Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Hey y'all, it's Monetmadame, and today I wanted to bring you a quick list of things that I feel are very important if you are on a trip to Bali or any location that is, I guess, considered a third world country. These things might apply, but I just wanted to put this list together for people who are beginner travelers or people who are beginner international travelers. And I'm still quite the novice international traveler myself. These are definitely all items that I felt like were needed. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the list. Bali packing essentials. So the first thing that I have on my list that I actually did not have was small bills in Indonesian currency. Their currency is the Indonesian rupiah. I believe that's how it's pronounced. We exchanged our US dollars to Indonesian rupiah at the Indonesian airport at the exchange center, which the exchange rate we got was pretty good. The exchange rate is around like 13 or 14,000 IDRs per US dollar. I exchanged roughly $600 and I got 8.4 million rupiah. In all, 100,000. This is a 2,000. This is like 10 cents. When you exchange, ask for smaller bills because it's easier to barter when you have smaller bills. The seller doesn't have to break your bills or doesn't have to give you change. It's easier to barter for whatever amount you're trying to get. If you have large bills and you only have large bills, then it's gonna be harder to barter because they know you have the money. Get smaller bills if you can. The second tip, and I think this is the most important, or the second thing that you cannot forget when packing, is toilet paper, okay? And with toilet paper, hand sanitizer, disinfectant wipes, hand wipes, and baby wipes. And I say all of those because disinfectant wipes for things that you're gonna be using, like go to a restaurant or something and sit down, you wanna wipe the table off. Baby wipes for random cleanups, hand wipes just for your hands, and tissue because most public restrooms, depending on what part of Bali you're in, we didn't stay in a hotel, we stayed in an Airbnb, so I don't know how hotels are. I would assume that they have toilet paper and their toilet systems flush, but in our Airbnb we had toilet paper and the toilet systems flushed. But everywhere else we went, I think there was one place that we went to that had flushing toilets. Every other place we went to, when we used public restrooms at stores, when we used public restrooms, we went to a school, you had to use the bucket method. Pick up the water out of a big tub and then pour the water in the toilet until it flushes. So hand sanitizer, baby wipes, disinfectant wipes, you need all of that. You need it all. I had like 3 packs of these, a few packs of these Clorox to go wipe, and I had wet ones. You can get all of this stuff from the travel size sections in Walmart and Target. Some places don't even put tissue in the bathroom, so bring your own toilet paper. Every place does not have toilet paper. They also do not keep soap and paper towels in the bathroom. Well, they keep soap, but they don't always keep soap and paper towels. So the third thing that I had packed that came in super handy, and this is one of those things that you would expect to come in handy, but I took my swim shoes, of course. I said I was going to if you watched my swim try on haul. The swim shoes came in super handy. We went to a waterfall. One of the good things about water shoes is that they have a little bit of extra grip, so I didn't have any, I didn't feel uncomfortable walking around on the rocks at the waterfall. We traveled to Nusa Penida, which is an island about 45 minutes via speedboat off the coast of Bali. We traveled up through the island and looked off over the cliffs, and so that was really neat. The shoes came in handy there as well, even though we didn't spend as much time on the beach. And they came in handy when we went ATV riding. I didn't have to take my shoes off and leave them anywhere. I didn't have to put on sandals and get them inside of the boots because they gave us boots to wear, but they also gave us plastic bags to put over our feet. So I just put the plastic bags over my swim shoes. You know, having the water shoes, it made it really convenient and easy for me to keep my feet clean. I will say though, walking over rocks, the shoes are not that great. They're mostly for beach walking. They're great to walk in, but if you're gonna be walking over rocky areas, they're just for water. 100% recommend you bring you a pair of water shoes. They're cheap. Get you a pair. You won't have to worry about taking your shoes on and off because you can just walk around, walk in and out of the water with them. The next thing that I recommend is getting a face mask, a dust mask, or whatever you want to call it. This just fits over your head. Just wear it, covering your face, protecting it from debris and flying dust particles and maybe even the gas from the ATV in front of you. I took it with me when we went hiking. It was really dusty when we were coming back down Mount Batur. I used it when we went ATV riding. Even if you're gonna ride a moped, if you're planning on going to Bali and you're planning on using their scooters, we didn't use any of their scooters. We used a driver. It was a large group of us. So if you're planning on using a moped, get a mask. The next thing that I was glad that I took but didn't even end up getting to use was a long sleeve shirt. Yes, it's hot in Bali, but you need a long sleeve shirt that covers your arms and your shoulders if you're going to a temple. We didn't make it to a temple, but that's okay. I hope I get to go back again one day. You don't want your arms or your shoulders showing. Even for girls, they want your hair, long hair, to be pulled back, and you just don't want to be disrespectful. So pack something that you can wear to the temples. They're gonna give you a sarong. You won't necessarily need to wear long pants. Definitely have something to cover your arms and your shoulders. The next thing that you need to have is water or a water bottle, and the reason I said that is because you cannot drink the water in Bali. You cannot drink the tap. Bottled water is always easily found. It's not far and wide. They drink bottled water. They don't drink the tap either. Bottled water is pretty cheap. It might be like 5,000 rupiah, which is less than $1. Roughly 14,000 rupiah is $1. So water is pretty cheap to come by if you do end up having to buy it, but I would recommend at least bringing a water bottle and filling it up in your hotel or your Airbnb, because the Airbnb should have a water jug that they keep in like offices and stuff. I would recommend filling up your water bottle and keeping it with you just in case you can't get to water when you want it. The very last thing, and this was another one that I was not prepared for, the very last thing that you need to get, and this is prior to going to Indonesia, is alcohol. This is for the 21 and up folks. I think it's 18 in Indonesia. 21 and up. Buy your alcohol in the States. You have to get it in duty free in the airport. This is after you go through security. You're gonna go to the duty free area in your airport and you'll buy your alcohol there. They will keep it, they'll put their tags on it and do what they gotta do, and then it'll be waiting for you at the gate when you get on the plane. I didn't buy any alcohol myself. I was a little upset that I didn't, because when we got to Indonesia, it was much more expensive for stuff that we're used to paying about $23 for. Like, it was twice as much as what you would find it in the States for. So I didn't buy any imported alcohol or imported to Indonesia alcohol. I actually bought a local alcohol. I can't remember what it was called, but I'll put a picture of it. But it was pretty good. It did the job. It got us drunk. I mean, not drunk. We weren't there to get wasted. We were there to absorb the culture. We also went to have fun, a lot of fun. Guys, this trip was honestly the most fun I've ever had in my life. And last, I would also recommend, you know, just the basic stuff. Bring a sun hat. I have some melanin, but not a lot, so I tan and I sunburn. Sunblock. This is the sunblock I used. I think it's safe for sea life. This is the bug spray I used. I was gonna use Ben's bug spray, but they didn't have the size that I wanted to get and the strength that I wanted to get. So I just bought this because it seemed like the next best comparable thing. And this worked pretty well. They don't have as dense of a bug population as I was thinking. It did the job. Of course, you can't forget your universal converter. This one is the one that works for Indonesia, the European one. I don't know if it's this particular plug, or maybe it was the outlet I was using, but in some of them this was a loose fit, but that happens in the States too, so it is what it is. Don't forget a first aid kit. Make sure that first aid kit has some kind of bug bite relief in it. When we went to the waterfall, one of the girls on the trip, she got bit by something, and I gave her one of the wipes in my first aid kit, and she said it was like instant relief. So yeah, these are my 7+ important things that you must not forget if you're traveling to Bali or any third world country. Thank you all for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know how you guys like this video. Let me know if there are some things that you felt like you absolutely needed in Bali and you had it, or you absolutely needed it and you didn't have it. Let me know if you guys like the lighting. My lighting is always different. I try to use the natural lighting in conjunction with this LED light that I have, so if it's changing a lot and it's annoying, let me know. Thanks guys, have a wonderful day.